move.
Stay still.
Do it slow. Verify me.
I see a badge.
Hold on. Don't get comfortable.
Watch his hands.
Anthony Hayes, United States Marshal. Call my office.
Reed didn't believe him. He thought Hayes was lying. He told Hayes to keep his hands on the wheel and not to move. Wallace walked back to the squad car and ran the license plate. The vehicle came back registered to Anthony Hayes with no warrants and no flags. Nothing suspicious at all, but the officers were still on edge. Reed ordered Hayes to step out of the vehicle. Hayes complied slowly, keeping his hands visible at all times. He stepped out onto the sidewalk. Reed immediately told him to turn around and put his hands behind his back. Hayes tried to explain again that he was a federal agent. He offered to let them verify his credentials. He gave them the direct number to the U.S. Marshal's office in Chicago. Reed didn't want to hear it. He grabbed Hayes by the arm and started to turn him around. Hayes was taller and more muscular than Reed, which made the officer even more nervous. Wallace came around from the passenger side to assist. Now there were two officers trying to detain one man who was telling them he was on their side. Hayes made a decision in that moment. He could resist and assert his authority as a federal agent. He had every legal right to do so. But he also knew that resistance, even rightful resistance, could turn deadly in seconds. He decided to comply fully and sort it out afterward. He put his hands behind his back. Reed pulled out his handcuffs and placed them on Hayes's wrists. They were too tight. Hayes told him so. Reed didn't adjust them. Wallace patted down Hayes and immediately felt the weapon on his hip. He announced "gun" loudly. Reed pushed Hayes forward and down. Hayes went to his knees, then to his stomach on the concrete sidewalk. His face pressed against the cold pavement. People were watching now. Pedestrians stopped on the sidewalk. Drivers slowed down as they passed. Someone pulled out a phone and started recording. The body cameras on both officers were recording. The dashboard camera in the squad car was recording. Everything that happened next was captured from multiple angles. Wallace removed the weapon from Hayes's holster. He also found the badge and credentials in Hayes's back pocket. He looked at the badge. He looked at the credentials. He saw the words United States Marshal printed clearly on the identification card. He saw the official seal. He saw the photo that matched the man on the ground in front of him. Wallace went quiet. He showed the credentials to Reed. Reed looked at them for a long moment. Neither officer said anything. Hayes was still face down on the sidewalk in handcuffs, and both officers suddenly realized they had made a catastrophic mistake. Do you think they apologized right away and let him up? Type yes if you think they did the right thing immediately, or no if you think they made it worse. The answer might surprise you. Instead of immediately releasing Hayes and apologizing, Reed made another terrible decision. He called for backup. He told dispatch he had stopped a vehicle and detained someone claiming to be a federal agent, but that something didn't feel right. Within minutes, 2 more squad cars pulled up. 4 more officers arrived on the scene. Hayes was still on the ground, still in handcuffs, still face down on the concrete. He stayed calm.